Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today's Coaster Bundle Spotlight is one of my favorites, the Plinko theme coasters. This includes all the different mascots and things that you can create and see from the characters in Planet Coaster. So very fun episode in store for you guys today, so be sure to stay tuned and let's check it out. Welcome back, everybody. If you guys are new here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. If you end up enjoying the video, leave a like. Come check us out on Discord. We are open to the public. Everybody is welcome. If you guys would like to support the show, please do check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the description below for everything, including the builder blueprints you are going to see today. Boom. So with that out of the way, let's delay no further and get into the first creation of the day. Prince Coaster's First Kitty, created by Rohana, one of our Discord legend builders and golden patrons. Thank you so much for your support, Rohana. And here she says, "You know me, I hate coasters and I suck at them." So I decided to make a kid coaster, so I've got an excuse for crappy stats and slow motion. Imagine now that King Coaster got married, had a child, and taught that child all he knows about building coasters and parks and having fun with them. That's basically a playground for Prince Coaster. Boom! Short and sweet, a lot of fun. I like this concept a lot. If you guys aren't aware, King Coaster is one of the mascots in the game, and he's the king of the coasters, or Coaster King. I always forget, I mix it up. But anyways, apparently this is the Prince Coaster, which is very fun because it's a play on an existing character, but added in, and I think it fits really well here. So we're going to see a smaller kitty version of King Coaster, and I think that's freaking a lot of fun. So let's take a closer look at the ride stats and then talk about the theming once we've ridden the coaster. So here we go, everybody. We have a wooden side friction hop the gaps is what they're calling it, and really bad stats on this one. Not very exciting, not very scary, and not very nauseating. Definitely a kiddie coaster, so it's not that it's bad stats, it's just a mild coaster overall, but it should be fun. The biggest drop 10 meters, I love it. Max speed 35 miles an hour. It's a kiddie coaster through and through, and that was her goal, that was her intentions, so let's judge it based off that, and let's give it a ride. What I love about this, it's almost hilariously mild. Look at this. I mean, even kiddie coasters in real life are much faster than this, which I mean, if you had kids, I'd definitely let them go on this ride. It's super mild. Even the big drop there, it feels it's there's so many things done right here though. I love it, and I actually like the fact that it's mild. So it's not a complaint, it's actually me commending it, because it is certainly Prince's first coaster. Like, he didn't go overboard here. Look at this. I love it. Okay, so actually let me keep it on play mode but get the volume down here. So there's a few things that I really want to point out. I love the fact that you use the Planet Coaster archway, the coaster track archway, and put a coaster on it. That's freaking great. It actually looks like a hot dog. I don't know if that was intentional, but it does look like a hot dog. But the Prince coaster's great. The track colors are great. Everything matches and goes so well. I like the fact that you use the one little single train there. No additional ones. It's just this small little cart zipping along. I mean, he's making appearances everywhere. There's the proud parents. Look at that. You even made a mama coaster. Oh, look at the detail on that mouth. That's phenomenal. Both of them. Love the hat, the purse. Definitely looks like a family there. This is so good. Really well done, Rahana. And then just the small little characters. Oh, there's even a kiddie playground in the queue. Look at that. There's a big bear. There's so many good details for such a small little blueprint. The bees, the honey. I mean, wow. And then here, watch this. Oh, it didn't open. Why didn't it open? But he's sticking his butt out the window or something. I thought that was hilarious. That's what it is. That's why his butt's sticking out, because he gets off the coaster and hops through the slide into a playground. Oh, that is adorable. And look at the little sandcastle. Wow. So many great details. I mean, really, you have a ballroom? Like, this is a kid's play palace for sure. Oh my God, a flat ride? A fake flat ride? Wow, this is incredible. This is an incredible amount of detail. Rahana says she doesn't like building coasters. Doesn't even have a shop in here, but Rahana is amazing with the details. You fit a river rapids in here. This is through and through a solid blueprint. I mean, the amount of details, the artistry involved, the buildings, so many elements. Look at this. You keep just finding stuff. There's a train set. Like, are you kidding me? Miniature train set. Look at the details on that. Wow. I mean, this is phenomenal. Definitely has the Planko vibe. Look at the nighttime lighting. Nice and subtle. Yeah. If I were to give any suggestions, they're not even really suggestions I would like to make. It's just I feel that the coaster could have been slightly bit more extreme for a kiddie coaster. I would have brought in the drop down a little bit further, brought in just a little airtime hill, and then banked it around the corner. I would have just extremified things a little bit more. But again, I take it back. I digress, because I actually liked how comically chilling it was. It was just so subtle, and then this little splash goes boom, but it's not like a giant splash and just spills over. Look at that. It's adorable. I mean, 10 out of 10. Well done, Rahana. Keep building coasters. You're amazing at this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Boom, that's an exciting one. Let's check out the next creation of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Cosmic Cow Space Looper Coaster, created by Strawberry, one of our Discord new builders. And here she says, "Hey Johnny, hope you're well. New to the community, please check out my blueprint Cosmic Cow themed floorless coaster, a small themed area of shops, facilities, food and drink stores. There's also one flat ride that is linked to the coaster. Join Cosmic Cow collecting his secret ingredients for delicious milkshakes and ice creams, rare pink staglamites from a unknown ice planet." Cosmic Cow's a female. And then she gives some setup instructions. Any feedback is greatly appreciated, and I'm still learning the game. Strawberry. All right, very nice stuff. Strawberry. Yeah, let's just dive right on into the coaster stats and give this a ride, shall we? Here's a look at the coaster, everyone. As she mentioned, it was a floorless werewolf, assuming it's a she, Strawberry. And here's a look at the stats. Green across the board. Exactly 1,000 meters. Pretty nice there. Yeah, here's a look at the stats. Let's give it a ride. Wow, very cool. I gotta point out something right away that I thought was phenomenal. Can I speed it up? Where is it? Looking for the fireworks here. Look at that. The Cosmic Cow, the Cosmic logo. That's freaking brilliant. That's definitely original. I've never seen anyone do that before. Using the parabolic cow screen, that's fun. You said there was a flat ride in here as well? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Let's quickly talk about the coaster before we move on to anything else. The first thing I would suggest here is having a block section somewhere. I mean, you probably could have fit it somewhere on one of these stretches. No, that wouldn't work. But yeah, find a spot to use it, because for a 1,000-meter coaster, having one train running across this, I mean, it's practically an exploration coaster, but with only one train just doesn't seem like quite enough. So I definitely tried to fit one in somewhere. Other than that, I thought the coaster layout was pretty fun. Just some of the transitions between the pre-made pieces could have been a little bit more refined, as you can see here. I would have eased into that a little bit sooner, or eased out of it a little bit slower. Certain pieces like that, bring that down a little bit more, just get it a bit smoother, and then coming back up. Just some small refinements. That's all. That's all. In terms of theming, I mean, it looks like Cosmic Cow. I thought there were some great elements in here. I mean, the buildings themselves are kind of plain. There's no trim work. There's not a whole lot going on there. But, I mean, for a brand new builder of the game, this is actually pretty darn good. I think you've got a lot of elements, a lot of decorations. You've taken what is like a box, but you've added undulation. You've added, you know, little bits of detail throughout different areas. You put lighting on it. It's not all the same in height variation. It goes up and down all over the place. So I think it's a strong effort in terms of design, and you've added to it. And you know, in the future, I would just try to bring out the details a little bit more in terms of trim and things like that. But very good. Very, very, very good, especially for a new builder. Loving this. This is a great design. And I just gotta say, keep up the good work, Strawberry. I have not seen anything else from you. This is the first time I'm seeing your name. You know, I'm assuming this submission is rather old. So please do come join us again and keep submitting your creations. I'd love to see what you build next. Boom. And also, everybody else, leave your comments down below. What thoughts, suggestions, comments, and compliments do you have for our new builder, Strawberry? All right, let's check out the last creation of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Renee's Expedition, created by Xanatu Belmont, one of our Discord master builders. And here he says, Renee's plane has crash landed on an uncharted South Pacific island. After gathering the scattered supplies and sending a GPS ping to the rescue crew, Renee soon starts exploring the island and discovers a lost civilization. Can she uncover the lost treasures without becoming a victim to the traps hidden around the island? Thanks for showing my creation, Johnny. The hide me sign is crucial to place correctly in order for the queue line to... Okay, but we're not setting that up, so disregard all that. Sorry for the specifics. It's all good, man. POV recommendations are chase and front bumper, since seat view is always choppy for me after smoothing. Rides during day and night are also good. Oh, all right, so with that said, we're gonna probably check this out in track view, or front bumper is what he said. All right, let's take a look at the ride stats and get on this adventure. So here we go. We've got a launch vector coaster, everybody. Green across the board. Really nice stats. Almost 1,000 meters in length, or 900, I would say. Lots of airtime counts. Some pretty good airtime durations on this. Biggest drop, 29 meters. Good looking stats. Let's give it a go, shall we? Wow, that is a great track layout. So much so that I think we have to also give him his requested chase view. Let's do this in chase view one more time. I really like that coaster design. So here we go. Actually, you know what might work better? Pardon me. If you go into this view, I don't know what it is, intersect, look forward, sorry, and then you pop to the last train, it simulates chase view, but above, so we can see the front. So I like this one. Let's give this a go. It's technically chase. All right, as you can see, it was a little bit jittery, and now I want to actually give a little bit of a talk here. He says they end up being rough after he does his smoothing, but that coaster was so smooth. I have a feeling he did the 4-meter smoothing trick that Silverette started a fad on, and like a lot of people are doing this. Now, here's the thing. Silverette even used a disclaimer or said use with caution. You know, the way the Planet Coaster works is if you do the 4-meter smoothing method, where you're grabbing every other piece and smoothing them together and staggering that in chunks of 4 or whatever, and shifting, smoothing, shifting, smoothing, shifting, smoothing, it gets you a really nice track. But because the game was designed to go from piece to piece, and instead of these tiny pieces put together, it actually causes flaws and jitters in the game. Actually, we might be able to check to see how big his track pieces are. Yeah, they are very small. So I would assume he used the 4-meter smoothing method. So even Silverette says that this comes with some flaws. If you're riding in seat view, it's gonna be jittery because the game is having trouble going from segment to segment when the game was designed to go from piece to piece. So it only gives you a super smooth ride in track view. I like this 4-meter smoothing method in terms of getting a really cool track view design, and I commend Silverette for coming up with that method. It's very good, but it also comes with problems because in theory you're supposed to be sitting in the seat. I mean, that's what you're paying your ticket for, to sit right here, and that's the simulation, is getting a feel for sitting in the coaster. And we've seen it in the past where it feels a little bit jittery and we're sitting in seat view, and then someone makes the same coaster but just takes that smoothing a little bit further, but not the 4-meter method smoothing, and gets the coaster to the train to not be jittery. So the challenge really is to try to make that train ride experience, the seat ride experience, as smooth as possible, in my opinion. So if you're building for track view only, then it kind of defeats the purpose of the simulation. So definitely some pros and some cons to using the 4-meter smoothing method, but my personal preference is to use what Planet Coaster tools give you and try to make the best of that, so that we get an on-seat rider perspective that is as smooth as possible, and that should be the challenge. Also, the 4-meter smoothing method takes like 8 hours of smoothing, and you're putting yourself through a lot of struggle to get that right for something that's never going to look good in anything but track view. So definitely use at your own caution, as Silverette has mentioned in his videos, and it's something to think about and have a discussion on. But with that all said, let's talk about the creation really quickly. I mean, I think we've talked to nauseam about the coaster track layout. It was definitely very smooth. It definitely was a 4-meter smoothing method, so it came out looking and feeling incredible. So much so that I had to ride it twice, and we saw the cons of the 4-meter smoothing method riding it the second time in the backseat view. So Renee's Expedition, I recognize this. This was from one of our shop contests, so I'm going to assume Zenittu Belmont was one of the ones that created the Renee's restaurant from the contest. Let me just look at his workshop. I'm not seeing it. Uh-oh. Anyways, I do remember seeing something very similar to this, so if you did end up grabbing this off the workshop from one of the shop contests, Zenittu, it'd be nice to get a shout out in there somewhere for the creator. But if you made that yourself, I mean, definitely resembles the one I've seen before, and it's beautiful looking. Love that sign for sure, and the theming was impeccable. Definitely felt like an adventure ride here today, but also inspired by Planko. Love the near misses and the booby traps on the coaster as well. Let's take a quick look at this at nighttime one more time before we end off the episode. Looks great, subtle lighting, not overkill, nice and subtle, beautiful work. Xanadu Belmont. Boom. All right, this ended up being a little bit of a longer episode. Lots to talk about here. 3 amazing Planko coaster blueprints from all different skill levels of the community. Great work, everybody. Keep up the amazing creations. Let me know what you guys thought of these creations down in the comments below. What would you change? What are your thoughts on all of these creations? And that's going to do it for me here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos, and if you would like to support the show to allow me to continue making these spotlights for you guys, please do consider checking out my Patreon page. All right, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.